So today we are going to have a look at some MCQs, which are pretty simple. But the majority, or rather the important one that we're going to look at today, right, would be showing versus telling, right? So how important is it to show? Show is super important, all right? And tell is like don't tell, right? Show instead, okay? So we're going to have a look at some grammar MCQs, vocabulary MCQs, but the important one is composition writing today, right? Some composition writing tips. And Elena, since you are new to the class today, you actually do get an account with me on Class Dojo because it's your first time. But if you don't appear again for next week, right? You actually your account will be deleted. So let's have a look. Where are my P4s? There we go. Your class has been good all week. They deserve a fun Friday. All right. So here are the students that who normally are in my class. So Zoe is here. Let me see who's not here anymore for this class. So Chanel is not here. Wait, hold on. Did Chanel sign up? No, but the rest are. So I would have to. Sanvi is here. Raj, Nicole, Siyu, Toby, Zoe, Raj, Toby is here. Raj, Nicole, Zoe. Nicole is definitely here. Sanvi, Clarice, Catherine. Okay. So I will be removing two accounts, which are Raj and Chloe. All right. So Raj and Chloe. And I will be removing Chanel as well. There we go. All right, so we have Alina today who's joining us. So Alina gets an account, and all of you here get 1 point because you're all on time. Alina, what is your surname? So I can type it in to create a Class Dojo account for you. I'm not job joining next week. Huh? What's job joining? Oh, you're not joining next week. Okay. But are you intending to join the class full time? Like as a full-time student? Yes. Oh, okay. That's great. So I'll put your surname as Elena something. Uh, all right. Elena Elante. Is that how I pronounce it, or is it Elant? That's a beautiful name, by the way. All right. So yes, we have the usual suspects. Hi. Hello, Irena. Welcome to the class. Hi. This is, I believe, the first time I'm seeing you. Have I seen you before? No, right? First time, right? And you know what? You get a Class Dojo account as well. So welcome. And what's your surname? You can type it in the chat group and share it with me. I'll add you in. Is that how I pronounce your name? Irena. Okay, that's good. So Zafira. Okay, good. Nuzaradin. Okay, okay. But anyway, yeah. So the ones who are on time today would be Sanvi. Toby was a bit late. Zoe. Zoe, Sanvi, Siyu. Was Nicole? No, Nicole is not here yet. Elena was on time. And Clarice. So you get 1 point immediately for being on time. Okay? There we go. All right, let's begin. All right, so we begin with the grammar MCQs, and I do have your results online here with me as well. So those of you who have done their work online already, that means I can see whether you answered it correct or not, right? So if you got it correct, you will automatically get 1 point on your class dojo. If you have not, then I can give you a second chance and tell you to try again, basically. Okay. So here are some class rules for those who are new, Elena and Irena. It's compulsory to turn on your video at all times, all right, and leave your microphone muted. If you wanted to ask any questions, answer a question, or share feedback, use the chat function on Zoom. If there's anything urgent, just raise your hand, all right, and wait for me to ask you to unmute yourself before you can speak, all right. If you need to be excused, like you need to go to the toilet or something, all right, please let me know using the chat function. You don't need to wait for me to give you permission if your video is turned on. All right. But if your video is not turned on, then you need my permission and I will check when you're coming back because I have no idea where you are. You might still be in the toilet. So that's links back to this part over here as well. Turn on your video, right? So it's easy to go to the toilet when you need to. All right, leave your video on. And lastly, be mindful to be respectful to all your fellow students and me. All right, moving on. So those of you who have replied online include Catherine, Clarice, Toby, Siyu, and Zoe. All right, I have your answers online. Good job, guys. Okay, let's begin with grammar MCQ. Those of you who have not done it online before the class, that's okay. You can answer on the spot. All right, but those who answered online, you get an additional mark, all right, for doing it online first before the rest of the students have had time to do it. So, oh, Siyu was on time just now as well. Yeah, I need to give her 1 point. Okay, so who did it? So that was Catherine, Toby, Siyu, Catherine, Toby, Siyu, Zoe, and Clarice. You all get Zoe and Clarice. You all get 1 additional point on Class Dojo, right, for doing it online. Okay, so it's important to do it online before you come for class, right, so you can prepare. Okay. So for this one, what's the answer? Catherine and Sanvi, you already got it correct. In fact, those of you who replied online, you all got it correct. So you don't need to give me the answers, right? But I would love to hear the answers from Irena and Elena. Elena and Irena. Wow, that's a mouthful. Elena and Irena. What should the answer here be? All right, Irena's gotten it correct. Good. And then Elena has gotten it correct as well. Good. So we definitely know that the answer is heard over here, right? Because heard is the past tense, all right, of here. So it's the simple past. How do we know we must pick this? Because it says was, right? Kevin was about to fall asleep when he heard. All right, so it needs to be both simple past. Why is it both simple past? Because both the verbs are happening at the same time. How do we know both verbs are happening at the same time? Both actions happen at the same time because we have the conjunction when. When is used to connect 2 ideas, all right, happening at the same time. And I must admit, when I read this question, it was a little bit spooky as well because it's the Hungry Ghost Festival currently, and then it's like, oh my god, I don't want to hear a loud cranky noise just as I'm about to fall asleep. All right, so you're all correct. Good. So that's 1 point to everyone who's here. All right. So don't worry, Elena, if you're not coming next week, I have taken note of that, right? So even if you don't come next week, I will not delete your account. Everyone gets 1 point. Okay, next. Question 2. My mother will be so happy if I what a card for her. So over here, Siyu got it wrong. All right, Siyu, please give me the answer again. But the rest who replied online got it correct. Oh, that's right. Sanvi as well. Sanvi didn't do it online. Yeah. So don't worry. I gave you the mark just now, Sanvi. You got it correct. Okay. So yes, Sanvi, this one is correct. And then Siyu, you need to give me the answer again. So does Elena and Irena. What do you think the answer is? Just make a guess. Better than not having any marks here. Irena is correct. Good. Siyu, you are correct now. Excellent. All right. Waiting for Elena. Good. Right. So everyone got it correct. So the answer must be D over here. Right. My mother will be so happy if I make a card for her. Right. If I make a card. So will be tells us it's the future. So if I make a card for her in the future, all right? So answer here is D. This is not a very good question, actually, because technically, right, and grammatically, it's also correct to say, my mother will be so happy if I made a card for her, actually. So C is actually a correct answer as well. But if I use made, I'm not talking about the future. I'm talking about a possibility. If I made it for her, she will be happy. But I haven't made it for her, you know. So you're talking about a chance, a possibility, instead of, you know, the future. Okay, so that's stat number 2. For number 3, oh my gosh, those of you who replied online, right, you all got it wrong. The only person who got it right was Clarice. All right, so everyone else, give me your answer for question 3, and Irena and Elena and Sanvi as well, your answer for question 3. Okay, so Catherine says that that's still wrong. Sorry to say that, Catherine. Zoe, you are correct. Sanvi and Elena, you are both wrong. Toby is correct now. Irena is correct. All right, and then Catherine, now that you try again. Oh, hold on, do you try again? Yes, now that you're trying it again, you got it right. But the third time you try it, right, it's not considered anymore, Cat. So yeah. Elena, second shot. All right, so yes, second time you got it correct. Okay, and Sanvi, unfortunately, that's wrong as well. Okay, so the answer is for question 3. The answer is actually D. Okay, so so a lot of you actually gave me C, right, or A. So over here, will postpone, all right, this actually will work because this is talking about the future. So in a sense, when we have will in front, all right, it's talking about the future. So it's future tense. If we have would in front, it's talking about a possibility, right? That's one of the main differences between using will versus would. Would is for possibilities, will is postpone. So over here, I wish my tutor will postpone the mathematics test. That's grammatically incorrect. Okay, that's a bit Singlish because you need to add the word that. I wish that my tutor will postpone. All right, I wish what? I wish that my tutor will postpone the mathematics test. Okay, but over here, it's a possibility. I wish my tutor would postpone it. So you're talking about the possibility that your tutor might postpone it. And if you use would, you wouldn't need to have that. I wish my tutor would postpone, because that's the way you express yourself when you talk about possibilities, right? Would postpone. Now, I realized that some of you actually picked the answer A over here. Okay, initially you picked the answer A over here. So let's see. Who picked A initially? Catherine picked A initially. Zoe picked A initially. Toby pick the correct answer. 思雨